Today's lecture 2 of basic electronic is op-amps part 2. So let's move. Let's begin with our today's lecture, and today's lecture is the part 2 of our operational amplifier, or we also known as that operational amplifier is what? Op-amp in short. Today we will begin with the op-amp pin diagram, which are very useful in your practical examination part of view, right? There are 8 pins in a common op-amp like the 741, which is used in many instructional courses. Instructional courses means the practicals you do for the basic electronics, and for the op-amp they use the IC chip as 741, okay, and moreover it has only 8 pins. See, in the op-amp we know one is an inverting and one is non-inverting, right? So see here, it has 8 pins, so it will start from this side, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, these are the 4 pins on the left side of the op-amp, and in the right side it will have the other 4 pins, which are 5, 6, 7 and 8. See, the first one is an offset null, and fifth will be also an offset null. That means both the diagonals 1 and 5 will be the offset null. Okay, inverting input terminal, as minus is connected to the 2 pin of the IC circuit 741, that means this second pin is a inverting input terminal, and this third pin will be a non-inverting input terminal, because this plus sign, that means non-inverting, we have already done. So as it is connected to the third pin, it is known as non-inverting input terminal. Now let's move on to a fourth pin. See, basically any chip requires an input voltage or a current flow, right? So it also needs a negative input voltage as well as positive, right? So our fourth is a negative voltage supply to do its working. Okay, so it is minus VCC, and the diagonal, that is the 8th one, will be of no connection. Here will be nothing. Okay, as I told, the fifth is an offset null. Then as the op-amp's output is connected to the 6th pin, that means this will be our output terminal, and the 7th one will be our voltage supply for the positive. That is, because this one is minus VCC, so this will be the positive VCC. Okay, now let's move on to our advantages of an op-amp. See, why we basically use an op-amp. We know that amplifier means anything which will increase the input which was already provided, right? So first point, that is advantages of an op-amp, is an op-amp is an universal amplifier. That it's an universal amplifier means it works as an every type of an amplifier. It also can be used as the voltage comparators. The third is a precision rectifiers, to give a rectifiers with a perfect precision, that means precision rectifiers. It also helps for to analog to digital converters and vice versa. Analog to digital converters and vice versa. Okay, fifth is our filters. It works as filters. Sixth is work as differentiators and integrators. 7th is it works as voltage and current regulator. And 8th and the last advantages of an op-amp is analog to computers. Okay, now as everything has its advantages as well as disadvantages, now we will move on to our disadvantages of operational amplifier. See, these 3 points are our disadvantages of an op-amp. Let's start. Most op-amps are designed for low power operation. It says that mostly all the op-amps are designed for low power operation. Low power operation means the power which will be supplied will have low. Okay. The second point is for high output is desired, then the op-amp, especially specifically designed for that purpose must be seen. For high output is desired, then the op-amp specifically designed. For high output, we need to see that it is basically the purpose to get that high output. We need to see all the parameters and all the components so that we can get a desired high output. Most commercial op-amp shuts off when the load resistance is below a specific level. See, it says that the load resistance, that is the RL, whenever it is below a specific level, that everything has a minimum level and maximum level, right? When it covers its maximum level, then at that point of time the op-amp stops working. That means it shuts off. Now let's know what are the applications which are being used by the other people in the form of an op-amp. So the first is audio amplifier, that is to increase the voice quality, increase the voice, that is the pitch. So it works as audio amplifiers, instrumentation amplifiers, power amplifiers, as well as analog computers. We done that it's an advantageous analog to computer, so it also works as an application for analog computers. So let's stop our lecture here and we will move on to the op-amp's block diagram in the next lecture, that is a part 3 of the op-amp. Till then, have a good day and good luck. Now is the code time. All that glitters is not gold. I think all of you understood today's lecture and thank you for watching.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live magazine videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start a class-like community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.